Jedi Champ.
Jedi Master Champ.
You guys' voices are live now.
Hey yo.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Tate. This is my stream. We're playing a tabletop game today that doesn't normally happen here, but this is going to be fun. I'm going to be playing a character called Lucia Creed. Roz is here. That's sweet. Why don't we all?
What does Lucia do on the ship?
Oh, I'm gonna be playing the officer. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Why don't we all introduce ourselves? I mean, the story mother can probably go first.
Is game mother, please? Yeah, I'm Danny. I'm the game mother, the GM of this alien RPG. You can all call me mother. It's a preference.
Hey mom.
Thank you. I didn't think you'd be so on board for that, but don't actually, because you may want to refer to mother in game, and that might get a bit confusing.
Do you want to finish up the column, B? And do yours?
Oh, okay. I'm B. I'm playing Lee Davis, the pilot. I'm very excited to be here. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm Harvey. I'm playing Lyron, as we finally established. Lyron Cham, a roughneck, which I imagine means I'll fix your shit if you break it, but that's okay, because we all make mistakes sometimes.
Hey, I'm also gonna be a roughneck. I'm gonna be playing Kyla Rye. Oh, my name's Bianca. And if you hear any confusions between B and Bianca, don't worry, we might also get confused, but we're gonna stick to Bianca and B for now. Yeah, that's it.
I'm M. I'm gonna be playing John J. Wilson, who's company agent, so I'm a nice old corporate square. Yep, that's me. It's just good times and fun. Heck yeah.
And nobody's gonna die.
This seems like false information you're feeding us, Mother.
Heavy doubt.
Do not appreciate it.
Well, I think we should sort of preface this with that this is the sort of intro cinematic story to the Alien RPG by Free League. So it's all pre-written. None of us have played it before, so that's going to be great. And everyone's a pre-made character, just so we don't have to struggle with learning everything all at once. I think that's pretty good preface.
Yeah. Did some audio checks, so seems like everyone's on a pretty good level. So we're good to go.
Nice.
Cool. So you just want me to start? You just want me to start and not stall?
Yeah. Go ahead, Mother.
Yeah, I asked for that. You are the crew of the USCSS Montero, running the Gauntlet, a trade route between Anchor Point Station and the frontier. Your ship's cargo is packed with dozens of tanks of the rare gas helium-3. And this was a special order for Weyland-Yutani, a corporate account of theirs, rather than the usual larger freighter haulers that would handle this. Just after leaving Anchor Point, so you've already kind of done the run, and you're on your way back to sort of the destination. But just after leaving, the Montero's sensors glitched a bit and sporadically pinged contact with a sensor reflection. You responded to this glitch by, of course, activating the displacement drive and going faster than light, or FTL if you're cool like me. And you went into a hypersleep, clearly ignoring any sort of misgivings. And so we start with you awakening from hypersleep, ready to deliver your goods to a colony of Sutter's World, a relatively new colony. You wake up groggy and slightly dazed, standard for this kind of procedure. Another common symptom of hypersleep is hunger and dehydration. So you could really murder some bland corporate-provided ration meals and water right now. So I guess feel free to sort of introduce your characters in a way of, how they deal with waking up. And we'll start with our officer, who has been awake a bit longer than the rest of you, and who may be in charge of making sure everyone is okay and wakes up without issue.
Yeah, so Creed is probably she's wearing her very standard sort of bomber style jacket with the Weyland-Yutani logo across the left breast. She's probably got one of those like camping mugs full of like oatmeal or grits or something, and she's walking around clicking the buttons to release Leah from the pilot from her sleep. She's got like a spoon hanging out of her mouth as she's doing it. Yeah, that's her, I guess. Just quiet, not really waking people up abruptly. Just, the pilot's got to get looking at stuff before anybody else. So click, 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 and then morning.
Yeah, there's that. There is food, and you guys do have a bit more of a quicker acting agent called hydration. It's basically hydration with an 8 in there, and that is specifically used to counter sort of hypersleep and cryosleep, and it sort of hydrates you a lot quicker than just drinking water and eating the food would sort of get that in your system. So if you want to disperse those as well, you can.
Oh, sure. Yeah, probably got, a dose in the pocket, as she like wakes everyone up from sleep, handing out the doses. For Leah, when the chamber opens, she like taps her on the forehead with it and like waits until she grabs it before moving on to the next chamber.
I feel like Leah would be like, a little bit crankier waking up, and she's just like lying there trying to get her bearings a bit. Probably doing a bit of grumbling and like, not happy to be awake.
Faster you start moving, the faster it wears off. You know it.
Yeah, but Creed, this is a bit different. Never can get used to it.
You want to get that Wilson guy up? I feel like he's gonna be the kind to complain.
At least we can be buddies about it. I'm gonna kind of jump out and walk over to Wilson's pod and beep, beep, beep. Open him up.
Wilson, you are unfortunately awoken after a deep slumber.
Unfortunately.
Rise and shine, beautiful.
Oh, good morning. He'll just kind of quietly get himself together, I guess. Just kind of keeps to himself, just has a watchful eye. Yeah. Just recuperating from the sleep and getting some of that hydration, or
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it was like hydration. I thought it was like a fun pun, but I thought because the letter 8's in it, it's hydration.
Yeah.
So,
Why does it sound like it itches going down your throat?
Oh, it really does.
it could be like a gel, like a. Like
I was gonna say, it's like thick, like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It's like drinking aloe vera.
Yeah.
yum.
So
is also gone.
yeah, Lyran and Kayla are next, of course.
Mhm.
And Creed's already waking them up with orders like, time to do systems checks, let's go.
Yeah, when Rai gets out of her sleep, she's kind of like stretching and just deep sigh and just grunts. Like she doesn't say much, but she's just like rough morning, but she's just getting it done and she's sitting up, helping Lyran with like getting up as well, and then just waiting for him to get ready so they can go and do their regular checkup.
Yes, I am an old man. Please assist me. Probably not as laboured as some of the other guys. Not necessarily a morning person, but gritting the teeth, getting through it. Hardest part of the day.
It is hard to get used to, and very much in a similar way. Before you can really get stuck into your jobs, you do need to get that nutrition. There's already I would say buffet, but that makes it sound a lot nicer than it is. But there are packs and sort of satchels, I guess, or sachets rather, of questionably flavored food that will definitely get you energized at least. So whether you want to sit down at like the dining table, I guess, very alien, because this ship is the same as the Nostromo. For everyone that wants to sort of visualize it, is the same make as the Nostromo. So you do have that
Cool.
sort of dining table that they have.
I was gonna say, yeah, Davis is just gonna like slap Creed on the back and be like, "Oh, good time to have some meal." She's gonna just saunter up, sit down, kick her feet up on the table, and grab one of the rations.
Is that the eggs? I don't recommend the eggs. And I like pluck those out of her hand and like replace it with like a dehydrated muffin or something.
Oh, always taking care of me, Creed. I'm gonna sneak an egg.
Ugh.
Great.
It's good to get that protein in there.
If you're not up and around, the ship's not up and around, so don't take it personal.
Yeah, as if she's the only one working on here. I'm gonna grab some dry meat and just start munching on it.
Almost on cue with the ship's not up and at it if you're not, basically. Mother 6500's voice comes through the intercom. The sensor detected that a ship is approaching. Please investigate. A ship approaching could just be a colonial picket ship protecting the colony or just a cargo inspector. But it's not clear.
Mother, can you elaborate?
Please investigate. It is unclear on the sensors what ship this is.
Ugh, already? We just woke up. Come on, Mother, don't be like that.
Well, I know
I am-
that's not my job.
all so either anyone can do it really. It's just going to the viewport and looking out the window. That's the investigation here.
That's more straightforward than anticipated.
Well, I was expecting it to be something really complicated.
We have to go to the deck. We have to look at the comms.
Yep.
Alright, I'll go.
So I guess you guys woke up sort of in the cryo chamber here, and probably had just a bit of a meal in the galley. So you're only a room across. So those lovely sci-fi doors open for you into the bridge. It's been a while since you've actually been here, though for you it's only felt like minutes, because you've just been sleeping. The blast shields are up, and you can see the void of space with some asteroids around and planetary debris.
Do I see the ship?
No. There's no ship, but the sensor is pinging every now and then.
Can I check the sensor and see if we're anywhere close to Sutter's?
Well, so what you can do is make a roll if you want to go in depth and make a contact roll to see what's up with the sensor.
Contact roll.
We can assist, right? With
you
a
guys.
roll?
Anyone that has the skill to in Comtech can.
Yeah, I do.
I don't have a Comtech skill.
I mean, you guys can choose who does it as well. Or you can. That's to see if the sensor specifically is up. If you want to check the star charts, you can do that and make a contact roll there. Either way, there's a contact roll to determine something.
Wilson, what's going on with the sensors?
I can have a look. Contact, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no modifier, so it's just a straight contact roll. And just to inform anyone that's not aware of the system, whenever you make a roll, you have to also make a stress check. So every time you make a roll, you can gain levels of stress. So it's encouraged that you don't do it too often. Okay, that's a success.
Where's the stress check thing on the sheet?
I think it's just a d6. But if you just need to roll it, I'm not sure if there is like an actual just check.
So I just need to not roll bad. Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I think when making a stress check, it's your current level. So maybe you don't have to make any if you don't have stress. I think is the case. I think it's only when you gain stress that you
Okay. Good to know.
have to do that roll. Actually, though, if someone wants to check that whilst
I
do
can.
this.
I've got the
so
PDF open.
Successes,
cool.
though.
Yeah, you've got 2 successes, so you can, if you want to stunt,
Okay.
you can stunt on them, which can give you a +1 to later rolls. Or
So I can just pick anything from the list of
Yeah.
stunts? Okay.
yeah, you can just show off. Apparently, I don't know what that looks like when you're looking.
I don't know what that would look like when I'm just looking at a sensor, and figuring things
You're
out.
just like flourishing everywhere. You're like you're doing a lot of elaborate hand movements.
It's just like
Yeah.
frantic typing on this mechanical keyboard,
You,
No.
you know that like sort of flourish that some people do when they're about to press an enter key dramatically. You could just do that, I guess, if you want to show off. But
I'm
okay.
just imagining someone playing the piano when they like kind of like trail off and it's like on a keyboard. No, I wouldn't show off.
+1 to later rolls is pretty good. Related rolls.
Yeah, but I'll probably forget. So I can just don't need to overcome again, right?
Yeah, that's fair. And sorry, was it the sensor or the star chart you want to check?
I think I was checking the sensor.
Okay. you conclude, rather anticlimactically, that the sensor's just malfunctioning. That's the only thing you can see. There's nothing around. The sensor's like picking up. You're looking at where the sensor would be picking up. You can't see anything.
Does it seem like it can be like repaired if it's messing up?
It doesn't look like it's damaged, but I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, you're almost at Sutter's World, so it'll probably just get maintained there.
True. Okay.
Okay, so stress level, your stress level increases by 1 whenever the following happens. You push a skill roll. You fire a I'll just copy and paste that, actually.
So, because there are many ways to just gain a level of stress automatically, and I'm not sure if you, because it always says
just rolling is. I don't think just rolling gives you stress.
No.
I don't think it doesn't automatically give you stress, but because it starts at 0.
Stress, but...
But luckily, you get to live vicariously through John J. Wilson, the most exciting man in the galaxy. I guess we'll play that you don't have to roll stress when making a check unless you have a level of stress, just to make it a bit less brutal. So,
Man, you really wanted to make us stressed out early, huh?
I didn't do anything. The predetermined module did so.
We're figuring it out, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, you, like I said, you determine that there's no ship. The sensor is just malfunctioned.
Yeah, I'll confer with Mon Capitan. That the sensor readings are just a bit off right now. Should be able to repair when we reach our destination, I suppose.
Must be something in the calibration.
Could be.
Yeah, Captain, if you want to see if you're anywhere near Sutter's World, you can. Again, another comm check.
Am I allowed that if I don't have any comm?
Well, you are not, but you can allocate it. You can.
Oh, sure, yeah, because I'm captain.
You are the captain, but you can just be like, okay, someone do this now. It's up to you.
Wilson's already at the terminal, so I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna tell Wilson to check how near we are to Sutter's World.
Sure.
If we're gonna detour like this, I want to know how long.
Okay.
Yeah, just another comm check, please.
Oh boy, I should have taken that +1 because this is just another immediate roll. I was told there wouldn't be that many rolls. I didn't notice. Don't need to overcome again. Yeah, but I don't know if that counts. Is this like the same?
It's a different check.
It's a different thing. It's just the same skill. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same skill, but different,
So.
slightly different check.
Yeah, so this is where I'm gonna get stressed.
Well, I did just read, and it does say that whenever you make a skill check, you must add a number of stress dice equal to your stress level, so you've got 0. You don't have to add anything, just to confirm.
Cool.
So, yeah, you're just... I mean, you can push if you want.
But that gives me stress.
It does give you stress. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It depends how much you care about figuring out where you are.
I don't know if I personally care.
I did just wake you up and start bossing you around.
It's very true, and it's like I'm just here to review your performance, my dude. Like,
yeah, there's actually someone on board that's meant to do this job. This is not in your job description.
Yeah, I feel like Wilson's just kind of looking around for like the person that's supposed to do these things, but he's just doing them anyway out of politeness.
I'm the one that's skilled in contact the most on the ship.
Yeah, you eating breakfast?
Anybody seen
Yeah,
Kayla?
mhm.
She might be through in a minute.
Yeah, Creed. This is not the first time Wilson has not been the best at like the more practical side of navigating a ship.
Tries his best.
But you keep giving him the opportunities, you know, and that's all that can be asked for, really.
I've started like allocating asking him stuff for only when everybody else is busy with a task already.
And their task is eating.
I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get Wilson to do it.
I mean, Wilson is always prompt and punctual and professional, and is a team player. Okay, it's
Yeah.
just what he does. So
Okay.
What are the bridge protocols? Who's allowed in the bridge? Captain, I guess.
I mean, we've got such a small crew. I'm sure I've had all of you on and off.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a small crew, and there's only like 4 rooms that you can do anything in, or 3 rooms even: the bridge, the galley, and the med lab. So everywhere else is kind of.
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
I mean, you might find yourselves specifically going into like all the different, like up the ladder or down the ladder into all the sort of steamy pipes that we have come to love.
I'll probably. I just wanted to make sure I knew what was going on, so I'll just post it up in the doorway or something, just so my character is aware.
Cool. Kayla, you're called through, and Creed. You know that while you're here, it might be best to send a hail out to the colony to inform them of your arrival. Just as just standard protocol. Though, that's up to you if you want to wait or if you want to send it out anyway.
To the colony or to the ship we're supposed to be investigating?
To the colony, because your journey was supposed to end as you come to Sutter's World. And you sort of woke up as you're on the approach, as to give you enough time to not just be bombarded by cargo inspectors.
So we are close enough to hail, probably. I don't know the distance on those.
Yeah, no, you'd be close enough.
Alright, is that something I should...
Anyone can do. It doesn't require a check or anything.
Okay. Kayla, can I get you checking at the terminal? I need to know how long this detour is going to take us investigating this other ship.
Sure thing, Cap.
I'm going to go ahead and hail the colony.
Yeah, you send out the ping, whilst Kayla makes a commtech check, please.
And now I can assist for a +1.
Yeah, if you want to assist, if good old Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, we're only as successful as we are when we work together, you know.
So would that give me a 1 modifier?
One modifier. Just put 1 into the modifier sheet. Okay. Do you want to stunt or are you good?
Let me look at the stunts real quick again.
The only ones that would really apply are like +1 later or don't need to overcome again. But even that's not likely.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the +1 to a later roll for now.
Yeah, so it's only relevant rolls, so it'd be something very similar. So you, Kayla, you get the navigation up and look at your whereabouts, and as the ping is sent out by Creed, you don't get any... you notice that you're nowhere near Sutter's World. And that explains the moments where Sutter's World doesn't respond to any hails, and there's no return ping from their beacon tower from Creed's hail.
I am so sorry if you guys can hear that. One of my neighbors always waits until after sundown to do yard work.
Can't hear anything.
Can't hear anything, no?
Okay, cool.
You really draw attention to the sounds that nobody else can hear.
Rad.
So yeah, Creed, you don't get any response.
Captain, the sensor's back on. Do you need me for anything else?
Yeah. How far did you say out our way?
You don't see anything nearby.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Mother must have, like, shit or something because we are literally in the middle of nowhere.
This
From
broken
the
bucket of bolts.
From the intercom again, Mother comes through, almost in response to you insulting her.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Creed, please can you come to the interface room? There is a development to make you aware of. The interface room, of course, being a captain's only side room with Mother. Well, actually, Wilson's allowed in there as well sometimes. And it's just off the side of the bridge anyway.
Only sometimes, as a treat.
Only sometimes. When you are requested by corporate.
Is Mother the one that's, like, over here?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Mother. I make a passing face of, like, what at Rye while I'm on my way into the interface.
Yeah. You go into the white room with many small flashing lights that dot the walls and ceilings of the room, and in the middle of it, a chair waits for you.
Plop in.
Yeah. You face one of the monitors that are in there. We've picked up a distress call from an unknown ship, and it must be investigated. And she plays the transmission, but it's beyond garbled. The company insists that you investigate this distress call, lest you wish to forfeit your shares and pay, as is company protocol. Have a nice meeting with the crew.
I'll like replay the transmission a couple of times because I'm sure it's absolutely nothing, and it's probably just the Montero falling apart. It needs like a tune-up, and it's just not operating correctly, and so it's probably just misinterpreting transmissions and things.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Montero is a bit of an old bucket at this point.
Hey, come
It's
on.
home. Hey, it's home, you know?
She's running great.
She's running.
Sure.
But yeah, the amount you play it a few more times and it's just the same, almost like identical each playthrough, this garbled nonsense. But now you have the fun talk of telling your crew that you have to do another job before you can get paid.
All right. Her boots on the like grate of the floor, they do big thunk thunk thunk, a very captain-y stride as she like turns on captain mode. As she passes anyone in the corridors, she does like a roundup finger movement, and she summons them all to the galley with like a giddy up, it's time for the rodeo, come on.
I think everyone's there, though we should check with good old Pilot Davis. Did you make your way through, or are you still just chowing down?
Absolutely just chowing down. I didn't move. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've eaten all the eggs. You know, I'm having a
Oh,
great time.
Oh, they're
The
so
egg.
rubbery.
You especially notice that the eggs are gone, and I'm gonna give Crate a pointed look, and keep eating like a few other bits and pieces.
Why do you have to do what I tell you not to do? Is that in your blood?
It absolutely is, Captain. I live to make your life difficult.
Well, do you live to make corporate's life difficult? Because we've got new orders.
What orders?
The transmission and intercom was from the ship that Mother wanted us to investigate. It didn't sound like anything. And I'm 89% certain that it's just the Montero acting up. But, you all are gonna want to hold on to your belt buckles for this one. Payment's been suspended until we finish that.
What?
Oh, absolutely not.
No. I'm just gonna sit here and keep chowing down on whatever disgusting food we have until something changes, because there's no way I'm working for free here.
I
Think
second
about
that.
this in a bigger scale, in the sense that following new directives shows a level of competency that might benefit the way that this crew is reviewed.
Competency my ass.
I like nudge her with my shoe.
Right, so what you're saying is I'm not getting paid, but I have to work? Listen, I didn't realize we reverted back to the 1920s.
That's... What I'm saying is... Weyland-Yutani wants that ship investigated. And us showing up to the Sutter's colony with all of that helium won't matter any if we haven't done that first. I know it's been a rough year and you guys are ready to get back home. So then let's just rip the band-aid off, get in and out of there quick. Like I said, the intercom didn't sound like anything. The transmission was completely garbled. I don't think anyone sent a transmission.
Well,
Let's
apparently...
investigate and find more clarity on the situation before making any further assumptions.
I just think it's really weird that apparently whatever is on this junk that's floating around and that needs investigating is important enough to just cut 5 people's job just like this.
No, I agree with that. We're getting paid to haul helium, not getting paid to do some sort of scouting mission.
Alright, calm down. You all can pout. You all can get mad. But we gotta do it. So I suggest you finish up your breakfast.
Well, Mother's voice also comes through, always listening, this one. And she says, "You'll find that in your contracts that you have signed to agree to any directive on a mission or a cargo run given by Weyland-Yutani."
Yeah, knew that one was coming.
Worse than my own goddamn mother. Right. She's kind of like gonna get up and dust her hands of all those little egg crumbs.
Ew.
Right, what's with this?
Captain? Hail, distress call.
Say again?
It was a signal. Was it a hail or a distress call? Or...
Transmission, audio. There wasn't anything on it.
Mother said it was a distress call, though how she figured that is unclear. To you,
Yeah.
if you want to clarify.
Nah.
Mother's a smart cookie.
Mother is past her prime. You know the Montero needs a tune-up.
And if you do your jobs correctly, you may get just that at the behest of Weyland-Yutani and the company. So, contractual obligations aside, this is something that we need to see through together as a crew. So this is worth investigating. And we should do so to the best of our ability.
And if it is a distress call and someone needs help, I mean, no one else want to help them?
No one else is around, Cham.
No, no one else here. Am I the only one? Wow.
Well, either way, you said it yourself, Mr. Wilson. This ship doesn't run itself, it's decrepit, and I just think you should consider it that whenever you do your report.
Lay off the decrepit.
Of course, I consider everything, and I see each and every one of your efforts. Believe me, I'm keeping my eyes open, and I'm keeping myself open to understanding circumstances. You're all hardworking people, and I think that we can see an end to this situation. Figure things out. We just need to hop to it, as they say.
So are you volunteering to go and have a look, are you, Wilson?
Looks at the amount of health I have. I think that we should gather more intel and information on what is out there before moving forwards, is what I'm implying.
Well, Captain, do your commanding. What's the next step? Since apparently we won't get paid unless we do this.
Everybody at your stations, we'll send a hail through first. If we don't get any response, we'll just dock.
Well, first you'll need to triangulate the location. No checks are necessary, don't worry. This is fairly standard procedure. If everyone sort of gets in line and sits at their stations, it's easy enough to do on the sensors.
We all take our seats like Voltron.
Sure. That's what I would use in a comparison in this alien game, Voltron. Similar themes.
Alien's cooler than Voltron, I'm sorry.
Similar themes, don't worry. That is also a strong stance to take, just publicly. You're brave.
This is my channel.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Especially on a stream. Ooh.
I know. Ooh, that's gonna. You're gonna. Employers are gonna look at that and go, "Ooh, no."
Oh, there's no way this is gonna bite me in the ass later.
So
Yeah, you're right.
You triangulate the location between the efforts of probably Davis and Rye, and so initially you think, oh, it must be what was picking up on the sensor initially, but it's not. It's in fact in the opposite direction, and you send out a hail, and eventually you find, after about 30 minutes, this is when you find the source of it, and you can see it as well as you close it in. A large ship drifts, carried by inertia. The lights are off completely.
Dead in the water, you think?
I think dead in general.
Maybe
You can
not if
get
they've only been out here for a while.
You can get closer and put on your floods. That's floodlights, guys. I know all the
Thanks, mother.
We just start spewing water at it instead.
Like a little water gun.
We all have the jetpacks from Super Mario Sunshine. Is that what
Yeah.
that was?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's like the water from the windscreen wipers. Psst, psst.
Yeah. But yeah, you can pull up and get a better look if you want. And like I said, put the floods on, and that might at least give you the name of the ship.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You pull up. No check needed.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. This game is not many checks, but when you do check, you get checked, you know? So you pull up alongside it, the floodlights across it. And it shows something out of the history books. The USC SS Kronos, a Weyland scientific spacecraft launched and missing since three quarters of a century ago. The only sign of life is the repeating SOS signal. Oh, I've got a bit of art here for you. This is it.
Ooh.
Check that out.
This is the Kronos as you sort of look at it. And from the intercom, this is the source of the distress signal. Please note that a salvage operation is mandated by company rules. Your priorities are to 1. Recover the scientific data and samples from the USCSS Kronos. 2. Escort the salvaged Kronos to Anchorhead or another Weyland-Yutani facility. And 3. Save any crew members on the Kronos. Prepare to dock, please. And on the displays, the floor plans of the Kronos are shown.
Creed furrows her brow and kind of looks at Davis. Survivors after 75 years.
Unfucking likely.
They have cryopods.
That's a long time to be asleep.
Ain't it just?
Get in position to dock.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah. So to dock, it will require a piloting roll. To match the speed and course. And you guys can either spacewalk across or attempt to extend the umbilical extension between the two ships. The spacewalk will require mobility rolls from each person, and the umbilical will require 1 heavy machinery roll.
We'll try the umbilical first, because it's the most...
Yeah.
It seems like the most corporate way to do things, you know? Just
Yeah,
be
it's
extra safe. Not take risks.
And just so you know, can you guys see the new map? I think you can. You should be able to. Top left, deck A. Junction A1 is where the airlock comes in. And you have the, like I said, the projected floor plan is on on the Montero, sorry.
So we're able to take stock of this.
Yes, you see all of this. And as you can see on the same deck of A is the cryo chambers, where if there are any survivors, that is the only way they would be alive. So,
Roger that.
Davis, I will need a piloting check.
Oh,
No modifiers.
okay.
Can you not just like bump park it? Can you just no?
I shouldn't be a pilot. I can't even drive.
You just send the Kronos.
Oh, it didn't work.
careening
How
into
do I?
space.
Hang on. How do I do it? Because
Oh, so do you have anything input in the piloting and the?
No.
Was it
But I've just done it.
agility? I think it includes your agility as well.
Yeah, so in the middle, if you look at your sheet, there'll be like attributes in the middle with like 4 bubbles. Did you put anything in those besides the original zeros?
no, but I can quickly just whip in agility and piloting.
now-
Yeah, and
And when you
piloting.
click roll, it will say, "Do you have any modifiers?" Just press enter because you don't.
There we go.
1 success.
Hey.
Oh,
All you need. The game. So the game operates on if you have one success in all the dice you roll, it's fine, just so everyone knows. So you match that speed. You match the course. And who wants to lower the umbilical with a heavy machinery check?
I guess that's my role.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Because I am heavy weapons guy. It's wrong franchise.
Can I help him since I'm
Yeah.
skilled? Yeah.
So that's a 1 modifier, basically. You get 1 extra die.
Okie doke. You said it'll pop up when I click on it?
Yeah, when you click roll, it should say, or it should come up in the background.
Ah, got it. Yes.
3. Do you want to
Wow.
stunt?
Well done.
Do you want to do a
Let
stunt?
me get the stunts up again. Oh, I just saved the PDF instead of.
You can do it in half the usual time. Break it permanently. Don't think you want to do that. Act quietly, show off, or add 1 to a later related roll, or not need to roll for this exact situation again.
No, I'll do it. Yeah, we're not gonna have to get rid of it in a rush, disconnect in a rush. So they'll just do the quickly one.
Okay, yeah.
We want to get home. Corporate's watching.
Yeah, everyone's a bit irate that they have to do this side mission, so the quicker you can get it done, the less you have to see everyone sort of stressed, I guess.
I'm amped up on hydrate 8.
Hydration, yeah. I think technically you get like multiple stunts if you want, but it's mostly for damage. That's the good one. However, you send this umbilical in, and there's the of it connecting with the Chronos.
We're in.
Secure?
Confirm.
All right, everyone suit up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need everyone so we can get the sweep done.
Fine.
Yeah, so you guys get your space suits then, presuming that's what you mean by suit up. Your compression suits.
They give -1 to agility, right?
Correct. Yeah. So if you ever have an agility based check, so whether that's ranged combat,
The modifier is going to be -1.
yeah, you just put -1. So that's even to skill checks. However, you do now all have 2 armor, which you didn't have before, which is vital. Are there any tools you will want to take? You guys have the list of gear or had it somewhere?
I will take my cutting torch, because if this thing has no power, then we'll need to get through doors and shit.
Good idea.
Did we want to take the sensor, the laser?
There is
Yeah.
the tracking sensor.
Yeah, that one.
You can lay claim to that if you'd like.
I don't know if I can handle the responsibility.
I will lay claim to that.
Yeah. I mean, a cutting torch and a sensor, you're here to salvage and
Yeah.
help people. If you don't want anything else, I don't know if a bolt gun will be necessary.
I was going to say, can I pick up the bolt gun?
I mean, if you want to, yeah. I mean, if
Just
you
for
really
my
want
skull.
to.
I take the harpoon grappling gun. No.
I guess. I mean, if you want the bolt gun, that's fine. Davis may have ulterior motives with it than bolting things, and that's fine. And is Wilson taking the pistol? Did I hear?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. You can leave it. These people are company bros, but also it's
True.
a scary ship. You don't know what's happening.
It is a spooky, scary ship.
There are
And
pirates as well in space that target
no.
Weyland-Yutani. That is canon. That is an actual thing.
I am authorized to use a firearm, so
Yeah.
I will bring it with me.
Yeah. Sadly, the power loader is probably not needed, and the incinerator would be a bit weird to take, but they are on the ship if you need to come back for them for whatever reason. So, yeah, I mean, you get to the umbilical, and you see that the airlock of the Kronos is damaged. which will pose an issue for traveling around the ship. So you have your suits, and you'll probably need them even on the Kronos, which in turn means that you will not have as much time to dilly-dally, so you may want to form a plan before you have to
All right.
go across.
Kayla, I'm gonna need you grabbing all the data from all of the sci-fi word.
Computers.
Well, there are psi labs. There are psi labs on the B deck.
We should be sure to check the functionality of the ship and whether it can be recoverable. This can be incredibly valuable to the company.
If we can't activate the ship and get it flying on its own, I'm gonna need Lyran to set up a tow so that we can drag it behind the Montero.
It might be a strain on the Montero, but it's an option.
You'd have to pull off a miracle to get that thing flying again.
Yeah. I think I
I mean-
agree with you on that one.
Any power could help if we are towing, but no way to tell until we get in there.
Leah, do you think you could just check in the engines?
This hunk of junk ain't flying nowhere, but I'll give it a look.
Then Wilson and
So
I
we-
are gonna go check on the passengers. See if anyone is still alive in the cryo tanks.
Sure.
So with the engines, they are mostly accessible from spacewalking. It's not really a.
I just gave you the most dangerous job. I am so sorry.
Sorry, I'm gonna take Cham with me. We're gonna go together.
All right.
I mean, you guys. I mean, we all know how Alien goes when splitting up happens. So,
Yeah, you have to
Um,
split up. That's how you get your
yeah.
data.
Yeah, that's the rules.
so you guys would know that to get the engines back up and running, you will have to perform any external repairs and also potentially anything in the reactor, which is on deck C. Or the access to it is on deck C. So that's a bit of a all-ship job, but we'll get to that when it comes to it. As
The Cronus
you-
is huge, isn't it?
yes, and for any reference, this is the same ship as the Prometheus from hit movie Prometheus.
Maybe that's being generous.
Thank you.
Hey, look, Alien 4 girl, get out of here.
It's got Winona Ryder in it.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about it. I'm sorry. I'm staking my claim here that Alien 4 is more memorable than Alien 3, and it has Winona Ryder in it. That's all it's got going for it. I'm sorry.
Ellen Ripley's basketball trick.
That is cringe. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Thank you, B.
get better tastes in Alien movies.
I'm a
Sorry.
woman and I'm having
That's
opinions
from
online.
That came from someone who just said Prometheus was good.
I
I said
enjoyed
hit
Prometheus.
movie. I did not say it was good. I said hit movie. I
Anyway.
prefer Prometheus average, but it's better than Alien 4. Anyway,
Prometheus
you
has got
go-
great special effects.
That's all it had going for it.
That's all I need.
Look at this
It had a
discourse.
camera. It had a good camera that filmed it. So yeah, you guys sort of get to the airlock, and luckily it's cold in here to stifle this heated debate. As you enter essentially stealth mode, so you're taking turns, which is 5 to 10 minutes. I said that very confidently, then remembered I don't actually remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, turns is 5 to 10 minutes. You got it.
Yes. I always get rounds and turns mixed up because of D&D. Everything's a turn in D&D, however in this, it is a round. So you sort of, it's not necessarily stealth mode. If you want to make stealth, you can do stealth checks, quote unquote. It's mobility against observation of anything that's around. but you get across, and you see that the outer airlock door is damaged and won't open, and it requires a laser welder or a cutting torch and a heavy machinery roll to get through.
Is
What's
there
up?
anything that I can assist or not?
I'd say because you don't have any tools to help, that you won't.
Okay.
But with the laser cutter, you get +2 to this check.
Ooh.
Can't you like cheer him on or something? And it's just exactly what he needs.
In space, you can't hear people cheer you on.
Well,
So sad.
do we don't have a laser cutter though, do we? Got,
It's-
the cutting torch is +2.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, same thing basically. It just used a different word for it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Alright. But it's not agility based, or is it agility based?
It adds it automatically if you put the skill. If you just click on the skill, if you've already got the stats all put in.
Yeah.
It's like each skill. There's 3 skills per ability. I'm not sure if that's agility or strength. Heavy machinery.
I'm just because I'll have to put in my -1 for wearing the armor.
Let me just check.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, it doesn't say on the thing what stat it is, but I'll look.
Sure.
at
Yeah.
the character sheet. I think it's strength, so you don't get a
It's
-1.
strength. Cool.
So it's yeah. So
So
you
you get a +2.
Ease. Yeah. So you're rolling with 10 dice.
Ooh, you better get something good.
Yep.
10 die and you get 1 success.
Do you want to push it? You can push it.
Push it!
You only need
Already
1
succeeded.
success.
No, I've done it. Done it. Jeez, guys, don't
Yeah.
stress me out like that. Literally.
1 success is enough for anything. in this
Do it!
game.
Do it!
So yeah, not as competent as you would like. You're not. There's a bit of space, so that sort of anti-gravity that you're sort of facing as you cut through.
It's weird and fun. You know, bits of door aren't where I expect
Yeah.
them to be. There.
Exactly.
It's tough.
Okay, so and obviously the longer. So every time, sort of 5 to 10 minutes, every turn, you can move 2 zones, or you can move 1 and check it. And each zone is basically broken up by doors. It's not like D&D where you have measurements. Like, as silly as it may be, sometimes with the smaller rooms, like this elevator is 1 zone, and then the room here is 1 zone, but then this whole thing is 1 zone. So, yeah. So every turn, you have to roll for a supply check.
Are we doing air
Which-
supply?
You will have to, yes. And to do that, let me just remind myself. I think I wrote it down. Maybe I didn't. It's basically just every turn, you have to roll a number of stress dice equal to your current supply of air, which is 5. And for each 1, it decreases by 1.
No.
But you haven't done any turns yet. And yes, like I said, it's cold on this ship. If you open your suit, you'll probably feel some bad effects. The gravity still works. And yeah, you're kind of in Junction A1 where Lyron is at the moment. From Junction, if you wish, you can climb down the ladder to Deck B, or move to a different deck. Basically, whenever there's a ladder, you can go up and down to a subsequent thing, and you can get to Deck C from this ladder. If anyone does. It's up to you guys. You guys have been given your directives. I guess the corporate agent and the officer, Creed and Wilson, are going to sort of make their way to the cryo chambers.
Yeah, so the Scilabs are on Deck B for Kayla. The reactor
engine-
core is on Deck B too, so that's...
It's on Deck C. The entrance to it is on Deck C.
Oh, okay.
It goes up to Deck B, but you can't get in that way. And you may also notice dotted lines around. They are maintenance shafts and tunnels
Hmm.
with that lovely iris opening that we.
Yeah. The butthole vents from Alien
butthole
Isolation.
vents, yes.
Yes.
I wanted to say that, but also I thought we should use the proper terminology. But yes, they are the butthole vents.
Why
Nope.
not use both?
Butthole vents it is.
So what?
So
Where are the cryo? Oh, cryo. Cryo 1, 2, 3.
literally just down the hall.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll sort of go with you guys first because, like, I guess Lyron is the first in there, but he has to
Could-
wait for Davis. Go on.
Could I really quickly ask, with my experience of presumably this not being the only ship I've been on,
Mhm.
are the interface rooms like captain specific? As in, like, is there a clearance level you have and then you can get in, or is it the captain of that ship and that ship only?
Just for mother rooms. And
Yes. Yeah.
potentially the corporate suite. On the
Yeah.
deck.
But so for the mother interface rooms,
You
are they
would not be able
like
It would be
would
like corporate agents or
so Creed wouldn't be able to even though they're a captain? It's like it has to be the captain of this ship.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only people of the, like, it'd be the captain of the ship or company agents that have the access pass.
I mean, you do
I'm
also
so
have a cutter. You can just cut the door open.
You could try.
You're always
Could be.
inspiring anarchy.
Never let a locked door stop you.
Out of curiosity, in our crew, who's the second in command after Creed? You know,
I don't
just
think
in
that's
did something happen?
Just in case Creed dies.
You know.
Yeah,
Are you guys planning a
I guess-
mutiny? What's
I
going
guess
on here?
Creed can decide, but like, because you're such a small crew and you're not exactly like a military or like official, like you're not like a
The
imported
imaginary cat.
vessel. Yeah, the imaginary cat could be.
I think I would. I wouldn't like it, but it's probably because the ship belongs to Weyland-Yutani. It's probably Wilson who like takes command of the mission if I die.
Oh no.
I just-
no.
I
So
just
we're
wanna
all
say that-
going to mutiny at that point.
I just want to say that you guys have worked together for years, except for Wilson, who's been here for 6 months.
Yeah,
so that-
I just I'm just reviewing you guys.
and we
Don't
see
stop
where
giving
the
me
allegiance
jobs.
lies.
I mean, I love it. I love it. So if
I mean,
Wilson
it doesn't bode well if you're shaking responsibility. Just a note in the review, like,
Shaking responsibility. You mean being caught dead in the broom closet?
I also want to say that you're giving the second in command to the person you're going with. So if you die, it's
I'm
likely
probably
that
also gonna die.
I mean,
who's third in command.
the person who knows how to fly the thing should
Leah.
probably be second in command, right? That's
I just like the way that we're
If we-
establishing a whole hierarchy.
if we have to.
Maybe we should have done this before the stream went live.
For the lore of the game, Leah was probably second in command before Wilson was assigned to the ship. But
Mm.
then when Wilson was assigned to the ship, it was probably like he's got to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be. So if I'm not able to command, he's commanding.
Yeah.
But then
I
that
mean,
makes
he-
Leah third in charge.
It would be a shame if something were to happen to Wilson.
Stop!
I don't know why you call
I
it
would
all gun now.
probably self-destruct as a player if I get given the responsibility of leading.
Don't worry, I don't plan to die.
Don't worry, I don't think anyone will listen to you anyway.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this crew. This crew seems a bit bad. Anyway, so
These
we'll
are
start-
pre-made characters. We did not come up with these.
nowhere in it said that they want to mutiny and have to determine who's in charge in the hierarchy of this.
I don't want a mutiny, man.
My sheet says I have no buddies. I have none.
Nobody.
Oh.
God, do you know?
Everyone
Oh,
gets a buddy and a rival, and you don't have a buddy. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Some people may not have rivals though.
Yeah, everybody likes Leo, so
ooh. So anyway, we'll start with as Creed and Wilson sort of get down first. They're on the first floor. You leave the junction to sort of carry on. So where would you like to go in this turn? Like, how far would I think you only get to move 2, like I said. So,
So does that mean like out of this room and then to another corridor?
unfortunately, I think so. Which seems like not much for 5 to 10 minutes. So I might say you get to go down here and break the rules a bit just for fun.
We're the first. We're the first venturing, and everybody else is going further. So if we don't get there fast, the rest of us is gonna go real slow.
I
So
feel
you-
like it's a matter of taking so long because we're being careful.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it is pitch black in here. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It is completely dark. No power is on. Creed, you open the door. The doors still work. There is the emergency sort of backup power. And it opens. And as soon as you leave, you see a slumped body of a headless man in a spacesuit. The wall behind him painted red, and a shotgun lies just next to him.
Oh fuck!
Roll. You both gain 1 stress.
Okay. Yeah, let me turn the microphones all back on. Okay. We're back.
Oh boy.
Don't know what happened there.
I hit the keyboard shortcut to turn my PC off.
Oh,
Oh.
And I was like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
I don't know when.
Is that a thing? Wow.
Yeah, that seems like a bad thing to have, I guess.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It just kind of puts it in like idle mode, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did it come a while
Oh,
ago?
like
then, or-
sleep, like you hibernate. It was only a couple minutes because her name disappeared from the
Okay.
Roll20 room. So it kind of been like a minute, 2 minutes.
Okay, so I guess the shotgun to the head man would have been discussed, and you guys are sort of carrying on.
Oh, did we discuss
one-
it? What happened?
Well, you didn't really discuss.
No one wanted to
It
go
was
near.
more just like I said you could get a shotgun.
Yeah, it's like there's a shotgun there if someone wants to pick it up. I mean, Wilson won't, but I don't know what the captain wants to do.
I mean, at the moment, that's a bit of an off-putting sign. So whether you think, "Oh, I would have this as a precaution now," is up to you.
She'll kind of make a grossed out face. Does this person have a name tag or anything?
You sort of examine, and it's like stained in blood. It's just like dry blood. Though, as you're looking a bit closer, you see that his arms look a little bit too long and have torn the compression suit, and it's stretched by the forearms. And you also see, like, in a zipper on his suit, there are shells. Like enough for 1 reload, basically.
All right. I'll pocket the shells. And I'll take his gun from him, and then I'll just kind of like mumble about like this poor bastard.
Yeah. And just sort of move yourself, I guess, in that case, to where you would go. Then make a stress roll as you waste the air. Or don't waste the air for both of you. So I'm guessing it'd probably be one of these 2 corridors.
I don't think it really matters which, does it?
No. They're almost identical, but you just be yourselves there so we know where you'll be. And you go down this dark corridor, which is nondescript except for some vents that can be found periodically through it. Specifically here and here, or there and there on this side.
You said we need to do a stress roll for air. Is this
Yes.
just a D6? Because we have 1 stress.
So you guys have. It's not actually a stress check. It's just, I guess, in their terminology, there are stress dice, and it's just if you roll a 1 in this instance. So just roll 5d6 essentially.
5?
That's how much air we have.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't an option for that, so I'm just gonna type it in the. I'm just gonna type it.
Yeah, I mean that's fine as long as well. I don't know if there's a way to roll other stress.
There probably.
It doesn't. As long as it comes out on the screen. Oh, that's 1 air less. So next time you have to roll it with 4. But Wilson, you're fine. You're maintaining your breath. You're taking longer breaths or slower breaths rather, not longer. As you end your turns. However, for the rest of you, it involves going down the ladder. So for you, Kayla, I guess you're on deck B. You'll probably climb down first and get off first. Do you have a preference on which way you go? Basically, just put yourself where you would like to go and then roll 5d6.
Well, I guess I'm gonna drop myself over here first.
Yeah, that's the first zone. And then you can move again. What you see in there, let me just check the legend. Does it even have anything? I don't think that symbol's... Oh no, it's on the... What is that legend?
I really like the word
Oh,
vestibule,
it's
by
an
the way.
intercom. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an intercom, so that's what it is. In there.
Okay.
Then you can move one more zone.
So I've been assigned to go to the Psi Labs, which are here. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I'll just...
Yeah, Scilab 1, Scilab 2.
It would make sense to go out into the hallway there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then roll 5d6, please.
Okay, I think it's airs.
You might be able to do it in the character sheet.
Yeah, I think I have an options here, so I'm gonna see if that works.
Oh,
Ooh,
it worked.
Okay.
Yes, you only have four turns potentially.
Also, can you just click on the word air from the consumables list and it will do the roll?
Yeah, so basically, next to the consumables, air, food, water, power, I just put 5 in the bubble and clicked on that.
Hey, there's an Eva station right next to you.
Yeah, if you do need a new suit or air. Davis and Cham, you guys just get basically down to junction C1, which is directly below that map you're at the moment.
Ooh.
C1A.
Gotta move all the way down.
C1A, yeah.
Nope. Not what I said.
I'm so zoomed out that I can almost see everything, but I have to zoom in whenever I need to be a bit more careful. And yeah, both of you just roll air supply and put in the number 5. Simple way, I suppose. And see if you lose any air.
Can't wait for this to not
yes!
Ooh, Cham.
Oh, Lyra.
Told ya!
That's unfortunate.
You get to the bottom and you sort of Davis goes down first and gets off fine. You go down and your foot hits a rung and and you kind of get that and you're just like, oh no. And you realize that you just wasted a bit of air there.
Not used to climbing so many floors.
Yeah, you used to 1 ladder, not 2.
You're a fucking idiot.
Enough of this.
Davis is kind of lightly tapping you on the back.
Let's see then. So
I'll be fine.
The 2 in charge get into this sort of longer corridor coming out here, and you see at the end there are the elevators. Though there's still no power.
Man, Lyran should have taken those.
Well, we don't know if they're operational, right?
Those out of character.
Yeah.
I know that was also a character. Like, we don't have to refresh them, so.
You could
As
just
you're
fall down the
walking-
shaft. It's fine.
I think that would
Well,
also
anyway.
waste some air when you wind yourself at the bottom.
It would. Creed, as you're walking down the corridor, opening the door, the tracker starts to blip, blip, blip.
Moving toward or away from?
On the range of it, a few rooms away.
Can I guesstimate based on where we are, which room it's coming from?
You guesstimate, sort of like here.
I think there's something in examination.
Is it worth pushing through and checking? I think it's a little bit concerning.
Blip, and then it vanishes off the radar.
She like knocks on the screen with her knuckle.
It waves across it, and then suddenly lights come on all over the ship.
Well done,
the
Leah.
The temperature starts to rise, flickering weakly at first, but then turning on with a stable power. Status screens appear as a loud rumbling reverberates kind of next to you guys from behind. And it goes across the ship, this rumbling. It'll just be the air scrubbers, but you see that on the screen, and you guys can also see screens around, status screens, and you see red flashing text on the life support monitor that indicates that the oxygen generation system must be replaced. Though it does appear that there is some oxygen in the air still now, and the ship's mother system drones, warning, cryo chambers deactivated. That's like halfway through your turn.
That doesn't bode well either.
If there's anyone in there, they're gonna get thawed with a rude awakening. I'm just gonna... boop.
Yeah. Does Wilson follow?
Yeah.
Cool. Guys, just make the air supply checks. You still have to breathe until you take your suits off. Or open the suits. You don't have to take them fully off. You can just open the thing. So if you want to do that, you can. There, you did see, like I said, there is some... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, maybe the sudden scare, there's that inhale that took up a bit more air there. We go down to Rye. Kayla, you just open the junction door, look through, and into this long, dark corridor. And then suddenly, as you're sort of waiting with suspense almost, there's just a sudden, like, and then everything comes on at the same time, and you're just like, it may cause you to jump. But yeah, it makes it easier.
Since I'm alone, I'm definitely feeling a bit like scaredy. And I'm guessing that now that the lights are on or something, I might see some sort of like arrows pointing to where I'm at on the side, saying that there's an armory. So I think I'm gonna go and check to see if I can find a weapon of sword.
Yeah, you can either, well, you can go through the armory itself, or you can go through the festival, but it's quicker just to go to the armory.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Cool. So this will probably be like your whole turn. And you see, stripped almost bare, the armory, well, each of the sort of different rooms. However, you do see a pulse rifle, like a alien colonial marines-esque pulse rifle with a magazine still hanging on the wall. You see a case of shotgun shells, no shotgun. And on the sort of in the final room, you see a splatter of milky white spray on the wall, but otherwise it's clean.
I'm gonna take the pulse rifle.
Okay.
And the magazine. And do I know what that milky white stuff could be?
It's easy to determine that it's the blood or the blood, quote unquote, of a synthetic.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be odd for a science vessel to have a synthetic on board.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm not exploring that further. I'm gonna arm myself and get just look at it. I don't think Raya has ever really used one of these before, but she feels a bit better knowing that she has something at least.
Yeah. Just I'll let you know the stats, but while I remember the shotgun stats for Creed. So you with the shotgun, if you want, because you can put it in the weapon section, and there's like a bonus which is your to hit essentially, and then the damage. So Creed, I don't know if you want to put this in, but the M7A2 shotgun gives you a +2 bonus.
Okay.
It gives you 3 damage. However, it's short range, so it won't go to medium, basically. And it's armor doubled, which essentially means that if something's armored, its armor rating is essentially doubled.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's a shotgun though.
Yeah.
That seems like not a thing a shotgun would do.
Well, I mean, they're not exactly piercing rounds or piercing shells. You know, they are like a bit more.
They mostly
blunted,
just go boom.
Yeah, so if anything, I mean, most people are unarmored if you need to shoot people. So, don't worry. Not that you have to shoot people.
I'm not worried.
And
I'm not worried at all.
the pulse rifle, Kayla, is plus, where am I? +1 to hit and 2 damage.
Okay.
It's long range, armor piercing, which means armor is halved, and you can use a full auto action, and you have 1 reload's worth of ammo. And full auto, basically, you use the whole clip, and you can shoot multiple targets, basically, and you get bonus to hit. But obviously, it also adds stress automatically.
Yeah.
Cool. So you do that. You see on the sensors as well that there is oxygen left, though the air scrubbers need replacing. So it's up to you if you want to keep breathing in the suit or if you want to open it and see, I guess.
I'm gonna keep it for now, just because I don't fully trust this.
Make an air supply check, please. Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
You still have all the air.
Lucky roll.
We have Cham and Davis. You guys get to the bottom. The lights come up as Cham, you've just sort of like fallen a bit against that rough floor. You stand up, brush yourself off a bit. How do you want to approach? I mean, I guess you can only really get to there, unfortunately, this turn. Actually, I'll say that that's too small to be a zone that you check, so you can get to like one of these corridors, like this one or this one.
Yeah, probably like go around, go through, and go to the left. I'd say because it's pretty much same.
I mean, do we know? I assume we're seeing the same as well about the air scrubbers stuff.
Yes.
Do we know how to fix? Where to fix?
Yeah.
Because I can see the shaft, but
you can get in through that shaft. That's the only way in. Through the vent, sorry, not the shaft. It is the shaft. But yeah, you can get into the shaft from any level as long as you go through the vents. and you could replace it or clean it potentially while here.
Feel like going for a little bit of a crawl.
I mean, the power's on, right? May as well get this sorted as well.
May as well make the air actually breathable.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can choose which.
Have a
I think. I don't know what the dots mean, if anything, or if it might just be like a
Butthole.
Butthole.
I mean, maybe, but there are some that are. I guess there could be buttholes within the walls, but
Oh,
you
yeah, I guess
can-
not.
yeah, I guess you can go in
They're
this
somewhere
way.
like there. Yeah.
Can
So
someone quote that,
one-
please? Can someone quote Danny saying, "I guess there can be buttholes within the walls"?
There are,
Could it be?
everywhere.
Could it be vertical points?
Maybe that could be it. That's a good point. It could be because they do
You're
go
gonna
up
have
and
to
down,
like spider climb your way, wedge yourself in, and
potentially.
shimmy up.
But yeah, you can
yeah.
get in. I'll say that you can get to the air scrubber this turn, and you'll basically be looking into it. So I'll let you know what you see.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll stand guard at the butthole.
Yeah. Of course, it's always good to guard your butthole.
Mm.
Yes, guard my butthole, please. Thank you.
Cham, you go. You get through the
Champion
vent,
of the buttholes.
and you see ice all across this shaft. Though as the temperature is increasing, you do see it start to sweat a bit. And it starts to hum with such a resonance that you feel your whole body vibrating. And the noise is starting to get extremely loud and makes it hard for you to hear much else when you're in here. Around the chamber, you can see these fungal nodes, bulbous pods growing around it.
Ew.
That's what we call hemorrhoids.
Potentially.
No.
There's a lot of butthole talk. Unless you
You're
want to
12.
unless you want to open your helmets, make an air supply check, guys, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And it's only as many dice as if you
Are
fail.
you? Are you ready? I'm about to die in here. Just
I was
straight up
Davis
die.
is probably
You're fine.
shouting
You're
into the butt,
Oh,
like,
okay.
how's it looking?
Yeah, Leah loses 1 air supply.
For shouting at you. God damn.
Yeah.
Karma.
Cool.
How is it looking? Sorry, with the mushrooms still on the inside or the outside?
Yes, they're in the
Oh.
inside.
Inside.
And it's looking frozen for the most part, but it will eventually melt.
Sorry. Is it mushroom shaped or like this is like fungus?
Fungal pods
Yeah.
is what it describes it as.
It's not going to be scrubbing much.
They don't seem to be interfering with any of the parts itself. More like they're sort of just it's a growth in an area.
Yeah, but we kind of don't want to be breathing that.
Correct. I mean,
Is it like it's all the way up?
not all the way. It's not like there's like patches on different parts. But I guess next turn you'll figure out what there is to do.
Yeah.
As we go back to cryo chamber, outside the cryo chambers. Wilson, Creed, with the lights on, you can now see scratch marks on the edges of the doors to each of the cryo chambers.
Wait, outside or inside?
Outside.
Uh-huh. What?
Though the doors look locked. And you would know that this sort of vessel, they lock from the inside.
Are the glass panes like frozen over? Can we see if there's anyone in?
You look through, and you see the pods open, and like you can see sort of well, with cryo sleep, it can take a while, especially if nobody's actually waking you up specifically or giving you hydration. You see them sort of still sleeping or not moving, I guess.
Would we need like some sort of tool to be able to open the door since they're locked?
Anyone with heavy machinery could do it. You don't need a tool, seemingly.
I'm not so
Not
sure I have.
heavy.
Nope. I don't have heavy machinery.
Nope.
I guess technically you can still make the roll. However, you two have gained that one stress. So if you make
we're
this roll,
stressed, and we're not very suited to doing that.
yeah, it might be an unnecessary.
It might be.
Especially because they'll probably just, if they are alive, they'll just come out. Potentially.
Yes, that's true.
You guys can just wait. That's another thing that you can do.
I think new plan while we're waiting, because Mother did say that the cryopods had been deactivated, so the sleeping ones are going to wake up and come out on their own. So we're going to make ourselves useful while they're getting ready to come out. And I think I want to go down to that EVA storage and try to pick up as much spare like oxygen and prepare stuff for the like survivors.
Unless you go through the vents, the cryo door is stopping you in front of you. You have to go through that cryo chamber.
Through it?
Get through.
We can't go like to the entrance on in the hallway.
It's like there's a door there, and there's a door there.
Blank.
That's a vent. We need to go through the vents.
Yeah, that's a vent. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, all those dots are just the vent system.
I thought they were maintenance tunnels.
Yeah, they're vents, maintenance tunnels, but they are essentially the same. You have to crawl through them.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean,
I was envisioning these boys. I was envisioning those boys as these boys. I thought they were just those little like beds with the glass on the top of them. I didn't know that they were like rooms, like full rooms.
oh yeah, no, they are in the rooms though. Yeah, but you see a number of beds in those rooms.
Yeah, I get you now.
I mean, other things you can do, you can look at the elevators, I guess, or you can start climbing through the vents, or you can wait. It's up to you.
I guess I can have a bit of an aside with Creed, and say that there is a company directive that I'm aware of that was circumstantial, that's probably pertinent now, that we cannot abandon the Cronus. It must come with us. It is imperative that it comes with us. By order of Weyland-Yutani. With the way that things are, it may be best to try and quarantine the science team before we understand what has happened here. And if they come to, we may be able to ask questions. But that's something that you should be aware of.
And since when did you get delivered this directive?
I'm not really at liberty to say. My apologies, Captain. I never mean to undermine your authority on your ship, but we are not on your ship. We are on company property.
Unbelievable.
Would
They
rather
sent
I
you
not be
with the
honest?
Montero because they knew we were going to be running past this.
I can't say whether that's the case or not. I'm just here to do my job like everybody else.
Alright, so how do we keep them in there?
I'm unsure. I'm unfamiliar with the ship, maybe. We could ask Mother. I don't know. Fuck. I'm sorry, I'm shutting down out of character.
You're okay. I
I'm
don't mean
like
to be so intense
twisting.
with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not good with confrontation.
Mother?
No response.
Hmm.
I mean, in the map you saw that it said 2000. That's an old... Well, obviously it's been at least 75 years anyway, so...
Would there be a way to, like, feed through Mother from the other ship into this one?
Potentially. Another option is going into the room itself.
We may have to access the terminal.
Well, it seems like we would have to strong arm our way through some places.
Hey, Wilson, you know that your company pass should work.
Oh, heck. Okay. Shit, I thought that was just, like, a flavor
No,
item. You said they didn't do anything.
If any access that is required is granted by that pass.
Well, now I look like a bumblefuck. Yeah, I'll use my access card. Duh. Okay.
I mean, you didn't need to go there first. It was
It's
shut
true.
down.
I'll fumble for my card a little bit. The stress getting to me, and just sweating from like being yelled at by a lady.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, women in authority. Oh boy.
Do my
Yeah, I mean-
large and heavy boots intimidate you?
Are you saying that in character? Please don't.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can make your way back, for sure, whilst waiting.
Into the head into the Mother 2000 place thing?
Yeah, I mean, you can get 2 corridors away, basically where you were.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the start.
Well,
Oh
you'd be
boy.
here. You'd be there. So you guys kind of make your way back, make those air checks unless you're finally opening.
I don't trust it. I'm scared. No, I'm almost there.
Oh! You're gonna have to open your suit soon.
I know.
Oh, you're gonna have to open it.
I
Oh,
will
boy.
next time. This
You're
is what
really,
happens when I get yelled at by.
yeah, you're really like,
I told you
cool.
confrontation doesn't do me good.
Wilson, do you have a crush on me?
just loses the rest of the air supply instantly.
I'd rather die than answer that question.
Oh.
No.
We go down to Kayla, who is just maybe not the most competently holding a pulse rifle.
Hey, I was offered no support whatsoever. I'm doing this.
I'm not judging. You said
I know.
yourself she's never used it. So
Yeah,
she's got this
I'm-
professional army weapon, and she's just some roughneck.
Yeah, a roughneck that has no proficiency in whatever combat skills. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna start making my way where I was supposed to go initially, so
Downtown.
I'll step back into the hallway and probably go down here.
Okay, you're going down past the corporate suite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get to the end. Make that air check unless you want to open your...
Nope, I'm gonna go through this as much as I can.
That's fair. Hey, and if you keep that up, you'll be going for a while.
Let's
Cool.
fingers.
Let's go back to Cham and Davis. Davis, you're out of the vents, sort of keeping an eye out. Cham, you've gone into the air scrubbers shaft.
Sadly.
Yep. It's rumbling so loudly around you. Like when Davis was sort of calling back, it was almost impossible to hear her, but because you could get your head away from the rumbling, you were able to. So you can see that they are, as they melt further and further over the minutes, you can see that the carbon filters are caked with decades of grime and mold. So you can definitely sort of gauge that they may not need replacing and could just be a good clean could be done on them to get the clean air circulating the ship once more. However, you also know that this is not a quick feat. This will take a shift of work, which is, I believe, we're talking a few hours.
A shift is like a whole day.
Almost a day. Yeah.
Oof.
A shift is a long time, yeah. Let me just see if I've got 5 to 10 hours. Though obviously if you stunt you can half that potentially, but it's still
Yeah.
still a while. And also you're not quite sure why there are these fungal pods growing.
Yeah. No. I am filled with concern of those.
And again, you don't have to do this now. You can come back to it knowing the situation, though there is a high level of carbon dioxide in the air supply that's blowing out of here.
Yeah. I will scooch back along the thing a little bit so that I'm not being deafened by fans. I don't know. I guess probably.
Multiple fans are sort of whirring and vibrating the chamber, so it's a bit of reverberation, and also the fans just doing fan stuff.
Davis? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. What's up?
I like to think that she
She
was
bet
just
you.
fine with him.
Guess I'm scooching along further and then Alright, situation. I mean they're on. But they need cleaning. So
Shit. That's a full job.
yeah.
Look, I reckon we got enough air to last us a little bit longer. We can report back to Captain and see what she wants to do about it. As long as you don't trip on any more ladders.
Yeah, okay. Appreciate that.
I mean, if you want to, if you guys are going back to the reactor, or are you guys going back to Creed straight away? It might be best to, I guess, check if the air supply is important. Because if you guys are only in for a quick job to salvage to, say, you guys aren't aware of this Wilson bomb of we need to secure the Kronos. So you guys are just like, well, there's no point spending all that time if you're not going to be on it.
Yeah, if it's just
never
gonna
knew
be
when I was supposed to say things, and I'm
That's fine. That's good. It's perfect. I love that. Only Creed is aware.
if it's gonna be in, out, and tow it for a bit, then yeah, we probably won't need to. So it's best to report.
Yeah.
Let's just get this reactor done.
I mean, you guys can split up as well if you want. It's up to you guys what you wish to do. The reactor work is heavy machinery, and that will also require a shift, I believe.
Okay.
To repair.
Yeah. So let's ask what we want doing first. What's priority?
Well, if you want to start heading down to reactor, I can head out back to report to Creed about the air supply.
That's up to you if you want. If
We
Cham
prob-
wants to carry on.
Yeah, well, we don't know if we need the reactor on yet, do we?
Correct.
'Cause
You'd only
power's
need it
on.
on. Yeah, you'd only need it on if you want to use the engines.
Yeah. Which we know we're gonna have to tow it a little bit, or we were aware we'd have to tow it
Yeah.
a little bit.
I mean, you could always assess the damage at the very least, but that's up to you.
I would rather formulate a plan as a group, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, yeah,
So you
I'm
guys
happy to go back up.
We'll say that you could get to C1. I mean, Davis could technically get to B1 if she wanted to go ahead, like ever so slightly. But
I mean, may as well. I am slow. And
Yeah,
it's-
Davis will
Or you
probably-
take
my breath.
roll, and then make an air supply roll. But it's up to you, Davis, if you want to carry on, because you don't have to travel as much as Cham does.
No, I'm super fast. Yeah, I'm gonna scale that ladder like some sort of
Yeah.
speed demon.
Yeah, you climb up. Make those air supply rolls, please, and we'll cut back.
Oh
down.
yes!
Nice. That's always
Wow.
good.
How?
Of cool beans.
Some people are unlucky and lose like 2 or 3 at the same time.
Leah's just powerful. She's just too strong.
Yeah, too strong for a threat.
Her athleticism. I'm in awe.
Yeah, but you guys on deck A, you guys are making your way back. I guess, yeah, you guys can get to Mother in this turn.
Oh boy.
So which?
I sort of
Wilson, you
because Wilson's got the clearance pass, I sort of like wait outside, like arms crossed, waiting to see if he's going to like invite me to come in and address Mother also, or if he's gonna like shunt me out.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Wilson, you press your pass, and the door just opens. Both the doors open, and you see within the spotlessly clean white room of blinking data server and a single terminal. Mother. MU/TH/UR.
Okay. I'll kind of walk in, and then after like a couple of beats, like look back confused, like she isn't following me. Why isn't she following me? Should I address this? Should I say something? Is she gonna yell at me again?
No, she doesn't yell at you. She goes in.
Like, it's really stuffy in this suit, so he needs to like take his helmet off because he's gonna die if he doesn't. So if he dies breathing this air, that's just how it has to
I
be.
mean, you won't die straight away, but if you take it off, and like the air is stale and every breath is like heavy because of the high carbon dioxide and low oxygen.
It's like
Or
living in a
lower.
house with black mold. It doesn't kill you immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nice. It's not nice by any means. It's laborious.
Yeah.
And yeah, Creed, you come in. You're both there.
Does
you can
it
address Mother.
seem like it's all functional?
Yeah, it looks like it's on.
Okay.
In the room, you get hello.
Jeez, this thing's ancient.
I do not recognize you.
I don't know if I could like use my card again, or if there's like any sort of like information.
You could probably present your employee number.
Yeah, I'll
Something like that.
I'll do that and like do like an introduction of like who we are, why we're here, and that we're looking on clarity of the situation.
Like, you give your employee number, and then you start to explain, and then like halfway through, it's like, "Welcome, Mr. Wilson," like just cutting you off, essentially. Like
So-
and when it's calculating, you see on the screen like a very scrolling search of all like employee names.
Okay. So it's kind of like filled itself in.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you sorry, what do you want to ask him?
I mean, firstly, just trying to see if there's like protocols of like being able to quarantine the science team on the ship to preserve their potential safety if they're still alive in their pods.
Tell Mother to lock their cryo chambers. Seal them.
Yeah.
You say that, and she says, "Order denied. Doors are occupied at the moment."
Clarify.
The cryo chambers have been deactivated, and the crew are awakened.
Bypass it. Security protocol.
Access denied. Only the captain or second in command may issue that order.
Is there like a way to manually bypass anything? With
You
the-
could attempt a comtech roll, though there's no guarantee that you'd be able to bypass this.
It's true. I'm stressed as fuck, y'all.
It's old technology. It's gonna be hard for anyone to do.
It might be worth trying, though. I'll attempt.
Yeah, you can make that stress check as well. So it's just one die at the moment.
If I have it ticked on my sheet, does it automatically do it? I assume.
I don't know. Hopefully,
see.
that'd be nice.
It would be.
That'd be a nice.
It-
It does.
Ooh.
I will
You-
have to push my roll, though.
You want
I
to push
think.
it. You don't have to.
I know, but I feel like I've been looking incompetent in front of this lady.
She's been really pushing in that authority.
It's not your job to impress her. She's supposed to impress you.
Yeah.
Well,
Does,
I mean,
does the
yeah, you
stress
can-
roll apply as soon as I push it, so I'm already at 2 if I'm doing it, or is it after I've pushed it?
That's a yes on an additional stress with your new roll.
You add it and then re-roll. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Here's where
Uh,
I die. There's still shit.
Oh no!
Wilson!
At least you're like getting more stress from like the rolls. I don't think you can push it more than once. I might be wrong on that, but yeah. Unfortunately, this thing is old. You're like this was like 30 plus years before you were born. You're used to a newer model, and like everything looks just off. And you're just unable to do it. You're starting to sweat. The heavy breathing's like really playing with you. She's watching with you. You assume she's just watching like a hawk. Every move you make.
Making me nervous.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Wilson, you are not able to essentially mod this VHS player.
Okay, cool.
I guess you guys can sort of interact quickly before we move on to the next turn, if you do wish to. If Creed wishes to.
Mother,
Yeah, Wilson-
who's the
Shit,
captain? Sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's okay. You go.
Captain Williams, deceased. You may wish to
Clarify
speak.
next in command.
You may wish to speak with XO Wick Johns.
John's Wick? His name is John's Wick?
His name's Wick Johns. Wick Johns. Well, it's not even. There's no H in it. It's just Wick. There's no Wick. And yes, I am. I am aware. I saw the name and I was like, okay.
Locate
Wick
Wick
Johns.
Johns.
He is in the cryo chambers. Coming out.
Well, I suppose the best that we can do is question the crew if they're up.
Yeah.
Get to them before any of the others can get to them.
Perhaps they can offer us greater assistance. Anyway, maybe quarantine would be unnecessary.
Potentially. And we cut to Kayla once more. It looks like this is one open zone, so this only counts as one. However, there's no door on this side, just to clarify. You have to go into here and then choose your
that's
side.
annoying.
Yes, it is.
So,
I was going to say, you can hear sort of behind you, like, the ladder rungs being climbed back up as well, sort of, as you walk down this hall.
I decide to keep that in mind, but I don't want to immediately assume it's an enemy or an ally. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing my business, I'm doing my business, I'm doing my business, I'm doing my business. I'm just gonna walk this way, I guess. And that little like icon here, it's nothing that I can use or something. That's just to indicate.
The little med kit thing.
No, the access terminal is.
That's just basically you'd be able to type questions or search things.
Oh, okay.
And see logs, essentially.
Okay. Well, I guess I will go through here since that's where the Scilab is in. Yep.
And you can open doors as well without going through them if you want to look through, or if you just want to. If you're playing it so that you're going walking through without checking, that's fine as well. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, both me and I think Kyla as well is basically just like, no, I got a job to do. I'm doing it just so I can get the fuck out of here. I'm doing what the captain said. That's it. So she's just like direct objective.
Cool, that's fine. Yeah. So you just walk down this corridor. Make an air supply check unless you are unhelmeting.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use my talent. Once per act, I can ignore all bad rolls from a single roll. So I'm doing that.
Okay, yeah. So until Act 2 begins, you cannot do that again. Cool. We cut to the ladder bros. Climb. So you get from B1 to A1. Davis, and then you'll probably, I guess you and Cham were the last ones through, so you may not even have heard the conversation before, but you open this door thinking that this is where everyone's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You just see the headless slumped corpse, blood just staining the wall. You gain a level of stress for seeing that.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And you sort of end your turn there. Cham, you get the same situation. You get up and then you see the open door and you see that head. You gain a level of stress seeing this dead man. Though you don't have the context. There's some discarded shotgun shells by the corpse. But the shotgun's gone.
Cool. We're just gonna camp around this dead body.
So they wouldn't look. They let everybody see it anyway.
Yeah, everyone has to go through that door, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't any indicator to us, is there? There's no way we can communicate when we're separated. We wouldn't know that they've gone up this way, because otherwise we would have just gone through there, wouldn't we? But
yeah, basically.
And that there's no indication that room's in use?
No, unless you'd have to open that door, but for you guys,
As
it's
in
just
that door?
Oh no, you'd have to
or
open
this door, the one I'm on.
you'd have to open this door, but then you'd open it and see a closed door, because like the mother chamber sort of closes when it's speaking to people.
Okay. I guess we'll just have to leap around there then.
So you guys kind of carry on and go sort of where you think those guys are. I need air supply checks unless you are breathing air now.
Ooh, no, yeah, I'm crazy. I feel like I'm on a roll. Nice.
You are on a roll.
Oh, that's good. When you said you're feeling crazy, I was like, there's fungus. That's not me doing that.
Yeah,
Look, I like to live on the dangerous side.
There's one less for Cham. Yeah. So I guess we cut back to Creed and Wilson almost perfectly as these people come back up.
Gonna get to stepping on the way back to the cryo chamber so that we can sort of like stop them from. We can stop the crew from coming out and contaminating us, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, either way you pass, you'll end up in the same corridor as Davis. So as your movement ends, you see Davis there. And Davis, you see Creed come around with a shotgun in hand.
Ooh, hola, Captain. And company?
What did you find?
I know that company can mean like people with you.
Like
but
company agent.
Yeah, it's just a company, not even a person, just company.
No, company.
That's fine.
Corporate,
yeah. Is Cham with me, or is he like standing in A1?
He's basically technically in A1, but like he's in the doorway. So
I'm propped up in the door again. I set it up earlier, and now I'm doubling down.
Don't forget about the dead body you're all surrounding.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm just standing over the dead body, like.
Yeah, you guys don't
It's
get
fine.
any more stressed once you've seen it.
sort of avoiding eye contact with it.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean eye contact?
Well, there's no eye, so
I mean, I'm pretty sure that squidgy bit over there is part of an eye.
okay.
Yeah, maybe. You can
Is
make a
there a
medical aid
disgust-
check if you want.
Is there a
Oh,
disgust
no.
level I have? Can I add to that, please?
Well, good news is we found the air scrubber shaft. Bad news is it's pretty contaminated.
Yeah, there's shrooms in there.
Hang on,
Ah.
wait a minute. Shrooms. You didn't say anything about shrooms.
The intentional kind?
Out of game, I would have, but this is fine. Nah. Not. Well, potentially, but I don't know why that would be in the shaft. It needs a clean, anyway. The filters need cleaning.
It's
but
compromising
if-
the system.
Most likely. Hard to tell, but I wouldn't want to be breathing that. But if this is just us doing a quick sweep and hopping off, then shouldn't be an issue. Wanted to get your orders, I suppose.
Well, about that. It's no longer a compulsory mission. I know I said a quick in and out, but things have changed after a new interface with Mother.
And what exactly does that entail?
Corporate says we bring the Cronus back or we don't come back.
So what you're saying is we have to lug this hunk of junk around all the way back with all of the dead bodies.
The science crew should be up and we should be able to intercept them to ask them questions.
Yeah,
You
but the
said whether
science
they-
crew aren't going to be able to help us fix it.
This was their ship.
The science
And look what they did to it!
Scientists don't know the way around a core.
Did you guys see Kayla?
Yeah, it was another
No, we
core.
left her on deck B.
She needs to know to keep away from the crew. Mother, are the comms working? Is the intercom working?
You know, in the intercom room.
I'm too used to new technology.
Is that what some of the symbols on like the map are?
Yeah.
Or some of them like intercom?
These ones are intercom. And there's one in here as well, but you're not pressing the button or...
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, we need to find the intercom and our comms person is off somewhere else. But if it's just pressing a button, that's fine. We can manage that.
Do I have enough in my turn to like go and quickly try to warn Kayla before she...
I think we moved 2 zones.
You moved... Yeah, you've already done all your movements.
Oh, dang it.
So we will cut to Kayla, I think, at this point, as you guys have this realization.
I'm not, just dying.
So, Kayla,
Why'd
you
you
get
laugh
to...
like that?
I'm laughing at your fun comment. You get to choose which science lab you want to go into.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go in the science lab too, because it seems like to be the big one.
You don't have to go in. You can open the door and look and assess first.
Yeah.
Cool. So Science Lab 2, you see a charred shell of a room. Whatever happened in here, the crew ended it quickly with liberal use of an incinerator or two. Burned out partial remains of drum of some kind of substance, and a body buried in debris decorates it. And the air is thick with burned rubber, plastic, and flesh that even gets through the filtering a bit.
Jeez. I guess I'll open the Scilab one for now. See which one's worth exploring.
You're met by the stench of decay, which is overwhelming, and the source is soon spotted. A pile of gnawed bones. And you can see a deep, cold freezer has the smashed glass door with 4 metal urns in it, and black ooze has seeped out of them and formed various congealed pools on the floor. Strange black fungal nodes are growing on the urns and in the pools.
I think Kayla just stands and watches with wide eyes. And was there anything specific that the captain said she wanted me to do here? Just check it out?
I think it was just the objective: retrieve scientific data or specimens, right? That was the order.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Well, guess what, Captain?
It's up to you.
Yeah. If I look around, is there any bowls or something, some sort of container that I could just
Not really. Not like that. I mean, most of the samples in... So with lab 1... Oh, I forgot to... Oh no, that's the med lab, never mind. With lab 1, you see no implements to actually carry these things.
In lab 2?
There's nothing in lab 2. It's burnt to shit. Yeah, it looks like wherever there is something you could carry them in, it's next to those urns that have the fungal black ooze, and that means getting next to it.
Is there anything near me that I can maybe throw in the ooze or something to see if it might be a biohazard?
No, unfortunately this is a very clean corridor. However, near you hear from the vent that's by you hear as it like passes and goes around you.
I'm like rifle at the ready.
Yeah. I mean, you also know that there is a junction here which would let you get to, if you want to regroup, you could get to deck A.
Yeah, I might do that just because like this is too much unfamiliarity for me.
Yeah.
And I'll just like looking around me. I might close the door to lab 1 just because of the fumes and stuff. I might leave it.
Technically, you can't close them. It's a fast action to open each one, or like an action to be open.
Oh, true. Are you saying we're combat already?
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna scoot over here for now.
You can go.
can
I'll
go.
let you go in junction
Okay.
B.
Then yeah, I'm
There
gonna.
is an int.
I'm gonna go in.
If you.
Am I
That's
dead?
fair.
Am I dead?
No, you're fine. It's empty. It's just a ladder room, like the one you came in on, except for there
Cool.
is no dead body anywhere. And we'll cut to the group. You guys are sort of a group now. Oh, make an air supply check as well, please, Kayla.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But we'll go to group. Ooh,
Oh
You were
no!
panicking.
I really wanted to get rid of that air. Oh no.
Yeah,
it's maybe that explains also why the filtering is coming in, and you're just like,
okay.
it's awful. But yeah, group of 4, everyone except for Kayla.
Woo!
Are you making your way back to the cryo chambers?
I think in sort of a half, very official, like down to business, this is serious mode. She'll point at the others, it doesn't really matter who, and Creed will tell them to go wait by the cryo chambers and make sure nobody comes out of them. And she's gonna run to the comms and try to get hold of Kayla.
Okay. You go to the intercom and you just start. What do you say?
Kayla, this is Creed.
Kayla, you get staticky, but you get the message.
Kayla, this is Creed.
Since I have
Yeah,
like
we'll let
intercom right there, I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it, and we'll let you respond as well.
Fucking shit, Captain. There's shrooms everywhere, and it's burned just everywhere.
Did you touch anything?
Respectfully, fuck that. Just like fuck that.
I'm going to need you to rejoin us on Deck A immediately.
On my way, Captain. On my way.
Don't touch anything. And if you see anyone, 6 feet apart.
Did you touch the vents, by the way? I think the vents open at some point.
I wouldn't trust the air. Sham says it's contaminated.
Well, I'm gonna try my best.
That's always what you want to hear when you're running out of air.
Yep.
I think we're all a little bit in short supply.
Yeah, Wilson's
Not me.
He's just nervously like hugging his like helmet, I guess, and he's like, "I'm fucked."
Davis is fine.
Yeah, Davis is okay.
Davis is just cruising through.
So the rest of you have been told to go to the cryo chambers. Do you guys carry on?
We make it that far, right?
Yeah, you can get to the sort of hallway. And as you open the door to the hallway, you see 5 confused people.
Oh.
You see, yeah, you open the door and you see, like I said, the 5, you presume members. There's a few white folks, a man bordering his 50s with a dark beard and scruffy hair that covers his forehead, a scrawny mustachioed man with deep bags around his eyes, a bespectacled older gentleman with a goatee and coiffed white hair, despite him not looking that much older than 50, and finally a woman with a blonde bob cut and a very angular brow that gives her a stern look, and she wears like a company, clearly a Weyland-Yutani corporate suit. And the other person there is a short black woman who looks like she's not even 5 feet tall, and she has short hair and looks strongly built.
So the people on this route, it's Weyland-Yutani, not like from before the merger, I guess, of the company, or just Weyland.
Actually, yeah, no, it'd be Weyland, I believe.
Okay.
It'd be
Just
Weyland.
because I would need to clarify.
It did specify. Though, yeah, it's just a Weyland representative.
Yeah. I would request to speak with the acting captain, which would be Exo Wick John, right?
Wick Johns.
Yeah, and I would make myself known as a representative of the Weyland Corporation, I guess, now known as Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah.
And just want the lowdown.
So when you address him, you can see his like name badge, but he looks disoriented, and he's like clutching his head. And he's like, "Are you speaking to me?"
Yes, you would be the acting captain, as informed by the mother terminal.
He looks down at his own tag. I guess it says John's.
Jesus Christ, people are loopy.
You would know that when this is an older form of cryosleep, he may need some medical attention to sort of. They may all need medical attention, especially because it was like an abrupt disengagement. They may need the medical attention to sort of regain their senses. And then the older guy is just like, "Oh, blasted cryo sleep always gives me a headache," and they're just sort of muttering like grievances.
Since we know the map where there's like an examination room behind the cryo chambers, can I try and like usher everyone in that direction?
Yeah, you can be like, "All right, we're going to the cryo chamber, the examination room. All the doors are open now. For those of you that haven't been in before, you see the scratch marks on the cryo chambers. I mean, I guess at this point, well, you guys are still breathing, so
Still breathing.
I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
I was going to say we can speed it up a bit, but we still need to make regular checks for the air, unless people start, suiting. But so we'll sort of speed it up a bit. You guys kind of get into the. I'll need a check now and a check when you get into the examination room from you guys. So if you want to do the check for the first part and then say you're going to take it off if you're running out of air, that's fine. I need checks from Creed, Cham, Wilson, and Davis.
I ain't wearing mine.
Oh yeah, correct. No Wilson.
Yeah.
2 checks.
I'm still Wilson. What the?
Davis!
Are you even breathing?
I'm so unbothered by this.
Are you even breathing?
I feel like meditate and
I'm
stuff,
not
you know,
sure.
control your breath.
Are you real?
Captain, you know I'm real.
Well,
okay. And whilst that's happening, Kayla, you get to A2, Junction A2, which is actually right next to the examination room. And I'll need you to make a check now.
What's the check?
With your one supply.
Oh, my 1 air supply?
Yep. So you only get the 1 die.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
You're
all my
still
rolls.
panicking.
What'd you
What's
say?
wrong?
all of my rolls, I didn't realize I had my secret thing ticked, and I just realized it says 2 GM on my. So my bad.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You don't
I have
need to
one
worry.
area left.
Only
You guys.
only I need to worry about that. Don't worry. So yeah. So Kayla, as you get to the top, you're just still sort of taking everything in, and then suddenly you hear like air supply empty.
Fuck. I'm guessing I have to open my my thing.
You don't have to,
Okay.
but it might be recommended. It depends. I'm gonna check about suffocating. I'm gonna check.
Can I try to like do like a final like big like air gulp and like hold it in? Or
Yeah, sure. You can do that. I don't think it requires a check yet until you're actually suffocating.
mm-hmm.
Where is that in this document? Anyway, whilst then you guys sort of reconvene in the exam room. Kayla, you see. Well, actually, Creed, are you going in as well?
Does quarantine mean nothing to you?
I mean, if you guys want to stay outside, you can, but you know that you're not getting any information out of these guys until they've had some medical attention.
Yeah, they need medical attention.
So yeah, Creed, you kind of come in going, does quarantine mean nothing to you? And then you're essentially told that they will require the medical attention if they are to be any help.
Trying to keep them towards one end of the ship.
Would I know who is the most qualified medical officer of any of us?
Yeah, you guys have worked together for years. Almost by divine intervention, as you're looking for that, Rai comes in. Helmet, is the helmet off yet, or have you not quite gotten to that stage?
No,
yet?
I've like kept it on and stuff, but you can see that like she's like there's like a bit of panic in her eyes, and she's like kind of like cheek puffed out, like obviously holding in breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can see that she's looking worse for wear. There's probably like her face has gone a bit pale, maybe from what she's seen. She probably looks a bit shaken. So are you gonna give her the order, or?
Okay, I grab her by the shoulders and I tell her, we need to get some information out of the 5 survivors. It's imperative that as few people are exposed as possible, so I'm going to need you to tend to the results of their cryosleep, but I'm going to need you to be as careful as you've ever been, okay? Full suit up. No risks.
You see her face go through many emotions. The first one is definitely like a bit of like just confusion, like, oh, you're telling me there's survivors? We actually found people here. Then it goes to like, we need to have as little people like in contact, and then she's like, oh, so you're choosing me, and kind of just a bit of frustrations, but like she's like put together, but you can see like a bit of frustration in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kayla, you get to.
Wilson would also offer to assist, but that's up to the Capitan.
If you're going in, you're going to need a suit, so as much as that examination room is stocked.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you only start suffocating if you have no air. So if you unhelmet, you will be breathing again. but you've been told not to. You need to suit up.
Yeah. It's definitely Kayla's intention to go into the EVA storage
Yeah,
nearby
storage.
and
Yeah.
yes, store up a bit before she does this thing.
Okay. So with the examination room, you see the room's a bit of a mess, but there are a couple of personal med kits that are around. They are one-time uses and give you +2 to medical aid.
Ooh.
If you go to the storage, one of the storages, you see 2 IRC MK50 compression suits, the same as the ones you guys have. Except for they seem to have a full air supply. So if you want to take that, you can.
Is there a way to just switch out the air supply, or is that something I'm gonna get out of the suit first?
I'll say you can. It might require a contact roll to sort of secure it. Actually, it's easy enough. It's easy enough. You don't have to roll for it. You just
Cool.
and fresh air.
Can anyone restock in case of emergencies?
In what way?
I just want one air. I have one, and I fear for my life, Danny.
I mean, you could swap the sort of air pack essentially. That'd be getting rid of your one and leaving. Also remember these guys. These are spacesuits for these guys. So one of them no longer have air.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So Wilson, you can go with Kayla as well if you want and swap out. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you put the 1 in there and get your 5 back. They did say to save any survivors, really.
I mean, we can't save them if we suffocate.
So yeah, you guys go back into the medical examination room. These are just basically rounds to do the tests, I guess. Apparently, a slow action, quote unquote. So you can choose who you want to go for first. You can go for John's.
That would make sense.
Yeah, you sort of get him back to tip-top shape. He's still a bit dazed, but he looks and he's like, oh, well, why you what?
Our ship got distress signal for you, and because of that, we're not getting paid unless we get you back on tip-top shape. So, get ready, bud.
Oh. Well,
I wouldn't recommend exploring, by the way. Mostly because you're just fucked and your crew is as well.
I don't know if you've...
I think what she means is that the Weyland Corporation wanted us to secure this ship. We may need to quarantine you and the crew. We need to be filled in on what's transpired here when you are more able to discuss it with us.
I can tell you for sure that there are infected crew. However, don't worry, the doctors came up with a cure and they inoculated everyone here.
What is the form of this infection?
Well, you may have seen some, if you've explored, you may have seen some egg sacs that look a bit fungal around. Be careful, they can infect you.
I think it was reported to us that they were...
Is it airborne?
They were
Is
in
it
the air scrubbers below. Is the air potentially infected? This is true.
I wouldn't say it's infected across the ship. or else we'd be in it now. But I think that if you're nearer if you're in a room with it, you're a danger.
I make a mental note of that.
I mean, if you want to help anyone else, and he basically tells you that the shorter woman is a security officer. She is a sergeant. She'll help in combat situations. You get the scrawny mustachioed man. He's the medic. The older man is a chief scientist, and then you kind of get well, she's corporate liaison. Don't know if she'll be much help.
I look to Wilson.
I mean, he's just polite nod, like, okay. But he would probably prioritize the science officer first, I think.
Yeah, the chief scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a medical check, medical aid check.
If
Plus
you...
1 if you're being helped.
Yeah. If you want, actually no. Yeah, I'll help.
And remember to add the stress die as well to the
I
roll.
think it just does it. Yeah.
Well, if you add the
medical aid and empathy skill.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's fine then. I'm less worried. Okay.
I
have an okay bonus for empathy. Here comes the stress. Okay.
Ooh,
What does that mean?
that's a success. That's a success. Yeah. It just hasn't added the stress, I guess.
Looks weird. What? I don't understand.
That hasn't added the empathy for some reason.
It
isn't the black dice, which is weird.
I don't know why it did that.
I mean, you succeed anyway. Let me just check. Is it? It seems like it just added the.
That looks like it's
dice.
just stress die, but the stress die don't count the successes. It's only the failures, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That's weird.
So wait. So were you making the medical aid check? Yeah. So I mean, you should have +5 anyway. On
Yeah,
that
I should technically have 6 die that I rolled base, so it should have been 7 with that.
Oh my god.
Just 1.
I should call you Dr. John J. Wilson.
I mean, it's just because my empathy is my best stat. I have 1 in medical aid, so I'm not qualified. I'm just.
You just care a lot about people.
I do. And the company.
I mean, if you roll again, and if you roll those and get stunts, you can, add them to further rolls and such, if you want. That's entirely your prerogative. But either way, you have restored chief scientist Dr. Daniel Cooper, who is still who has just been complaining about his headache in his sort of days.
I wasn't expecting him to look like such a silver fox figure.
I know. I mean, I said he had coiffed white hair and a goatee and was bespectacled.
Yep.
Yep. And it's up to you what if you want to ask him anything, or do you want to sort of get everyone?
I think getting everyone in order and then having a talk.
Whoever wants
Captain
to
here as well, maybe, I don't know. A talk.
Whoever wants to make the medical aid checks can.
I mean, I can assist Caleb.
There are 3 more.
I'm
my,
not stressed, so maybe Kayla should.
yeah, I don't have any stress.
You have
because I-
one. Oh no, you don't have one.
No, because I didn't.
Yeah, you don't
look-
have one.
Yeah, I didn't look at the body.
Not yet.
Not yet. My empathy isn't the best, but I have 2 Medicaid.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm guessing Wilson's helping you.
Yeah, +1.
So +1.
Okay.
Yeah, you just succeed. So that's is that the medic, the sergeant, or the corporate agent?
Probably the medic, just so he can like.
Okay.
I don't know if he can like.
He'll
help.
do the last one. Yeah,
Okay.
no, he'll help with the last one. So you see Dr. Liam Flynn. Okay, he doesn't have any modifiers, so he's just gonna go for it.
He looks like the uncle from Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, he helps the corporate liaison. And you help Sergeant Reed. So Sergeant Reed is there, and we have Corporal Company Rep Laurie Clayton.
She looks like a company rep.
Yeah, she looks like she'll ask to see your manager.
Listen, sometimes we are the manager. No,
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to ask in particular? Whilst they're undazed.
Probably what attacked this ship, because clearly there's been incidents and fatalities.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would try and confirm if the body that we found was in fact their prior captain, I guess.
They'll I guess Johns will fall in line and he'll say, well, we set down on LV 1113 as we were hired to do and explored ancient ruins. And then Clayton, the company rep, kind of chimes in. It was an archaeological, I can't say that word anymore, mission.
Theological.
Yeah, I just forgot how to say it, I guess. She interjects, and he's like, right. And then she says, they collected important artifacts and inadvertently brought back spores that have infected some of the crew. So, when they get infected, they seem to turn.
But no other alien seeming artifacts or materials, just spores.
The Dr. Cooper we believe it's the 26 Draconis strain that we found. It can be used as, I'm gonna say it now, it's deadly.
Weapon.
It could be.
And your infected crew, did it show any symptoms before turning?
Yeah, they did, and like he sort of just starts to sort of mutter to himself, seemingly nonsense, and you see that the crew of the Kronos start to like back away, and they're like, get away from him. The medic Flynn, Dr. Flynn, is like, get away from him. And you see blood
Clear the
seep
room.
out of Cooper's nose and ears, and bloody eyes roll over white as the scientist convulses and writhes, smashing into the wall.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, I think we should try and clear the room and close the doors. So I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Kick
You
him
see-
down the ladder.
Can
I'll just
I
When-
mean,
No, we didn't go down.
Just
Yeah.
close him in the examination room.
You see Reed sprint to Junction A2 and climb down. The others don't look as competent, I guess, or maybe not as competent or as ready, as eager.
Yeah.
they sort of bumble out. However, these doors don't seem to have locks. And you see in the depths of seizure now, Cooper flails about at everything and everyone. And with a sickening pop and bloody splash, his eyeballs launch from his face and mash into the wall before bouncing across the floor and rolling under the cryo tube. Oh, not the cryo. Yeah, in the room next to you.
No.
This time, you pause, trying to process everything, exactly what you're seeing, and this slender, gore-covered arm pushes its way out of his empty eye socket, reaches around, tugs at his distended mouth, and spindly white fingers yank his teeth back. He doesn't scream, and it's clear that he's not in his head anymore. Something else is, and it wants out.
Oh.
And you hear, "Kill it now! Kill it!" As this
my pistol.
Go on. Yeah. You pull out your pistol as this translucent white thing on the floor just sloughs off its placenta.
Oh, Jesus Christ, shoot it!
Yeah, you can make an attack roll. And remember that it adds there's a stress. I don't know if it adds stress or if you just have to roll stress when you make the attack.
I don't know. I have my stress marked on my sheet, and so if it adds it, I assume it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, it should be. I think you definitely have to roll it.
Yeah.
Do I still have my pulse rifle?
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's long range. Damn it.
I mean, I think that means it can go up to long range.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. 3 successes.
I can stun. Right?
If you want to stun. You can.
Is that like more damage or something? One of the range?
You can add 1 damage for each stunt. Or you can swap initiative. You can make the opponent make a panic roll. It's not a human. Drop any item, knock it prone, push it back. Yeah. Damage is probably usually the best.
Yeah. I'll damage it.
2 damage.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh.
And it just sort of like glances off. And it sort of like hits even though it looks like white and goopy, it seems to have like an armor to it that just deflects it.
I have armor piercing. I'm gonna try to shoot
Yeah,
at it.
make an attack as it struggles to stand on 4 wobbly fawn-like legs, shaking brain matter from its spiky hide. It turns its bulbous, eyeless head towards you, Wilson, and crouches, ready to attack.
I can... If it's gonna attack me, I can use a talent.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Armor piercing, so I don't know if it rounds up or down. We'll say down because you need all the help you can get.
We do.
You just almost like, definitely not professionally, and I guess Davis, you almost get shot as Kayla just. You guys didn't even like really notice this pulse rifle, and she just. And this thing just goes and is just dead on the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kayla's just screaming like
Yeah, it's dead, but it's been ripped asunder just from these armor-pierced bullets.
I'm like holding, like gripping the rifle, like just shaking.
Which were you fucking aiming that thing?
Oh, on a gun, every time you roll, you have to do a separate stress check. Oh no, is it a separate one? I think it might just be a stress check to see if you have to reload. Which would mean that you have to make the stress check. If you have 0 stress, you don't have to. Wilson, you just and have to reload, unfortunately. And just Well, you have to use your action to do it, so it's currently unloaded.
I mean,
Or
my
out
pistol
of
only
ammo.
has one reload.
Yes, you can do it once.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know.
I don't think you have to roll stress to get yourself stressed when you shoot. I'll double check.
I'm already feeling that way.
The body, the forced open jaw of Dr. Cooper, eyeless Dr. Cooper, lays on the ground, and next to him, this white, pale, bulbous, essentially xenomorph, but smaller, skinnier, not black. You guys don't know what xenomorphs are, but this is for the players. And you see dropped on the floor next to Cooper is a syringe. And you, I guess Flynn next to Creed sort of says, he didn't take the cure, the bastard.
What kind of fucking idiot wouldn't take the cure?
And as this creature dies, the comm unit crackles with a burst of static electricity that you all have. Like the little comm units in your suits that can communicate with Mother specifically. And it says, displacement drive malfunction. Cascade failure imminent. Fission reactor overload in T-10 seconds. The USC SS Montero will self-destruct. Please may all employees board the USC SS Kronos.
No.
And you all get +1 stress.
Reasonably.
You have 10 minutes until the Montero self-destructs. And you are it is attached to the Kronos. So you will have to think as we end Act 1, finally. You will have to think in this. We'll have a short break, and you'll have to just think what you want to try.
My baby! My baby!
So,
No.
I don't know how long you guys want for a break. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go heat up some food, and I'll be ready.
Yeah.
I need to get some lunch.
Cool.
3 stress don't feel good, fellas. They just don't.
Nope.
Can we have 8 hours? Can we sleep it off and come back
If you
tomorrow?
want. Yeah, if you want. But yeah.
I'm just gonna get back on the ship and rest in peace.